Hey guys out there on the World Wide Web, on our Facebook fan page and on newsurvivalskills.com. If you don't know me by now, you haven't been paying attention, so I'm not even going to tell you who I am. So we just want to give a shout out to one of our fans, Kenny, great Scotsman, who sent us some stuff. He just out of the blue sends us this package of things that he thought that we should, do review video on, maybe would use in the field. He actually sent me a couple of things because I had made mention in one of my videos that I had cold hands, and I'll show you what that is in a minute. But one of the cool little things that he sent us that I don't even know if I would use it in the field because it's just so damn cool is this little brass compass. And it's an antique, and I think it's going to go in the display case, so I'm not even going to show it to you guys any further. But one of the things that he sent us was this this kit called the Tick Twister, and we've never seen these things before. We've always used the tweezers, or put a lit match, light a match, blow it out, put the match head up against the rear end of the tick to get it to come out, or Vaseline over it. These things are pretty ingenious, and it's basically like a mini nail puller. And alright guys, so what it is like this little mini nail puller. It's kind of like a claw, and it basically comes in two sizes, one for the smaller ticks and one for the larger ticks. And if you had a tick on your hand, you'd slide it up underneath their rear end and just give them a twist and pull it out. And so we'd like to say thanks to Kenny for sending that out to us. We're going to try it in the field. Not that we're going to get any ticks on us intentionally to see how well it works, but another thing he sent us to review, we'd seen these things on the internet before, and unfortunately we've never been able to find one here in the States, and I don't know why. But these are the little, I believe they're German. Yes, looks like German writing. But it's a little German stove, and basically it's just a can of jellied fuel inside here, and this stove sits around the can, and then you set it on top, and you're good to go. What we like about this is the fact that once you use this can up, this thing wraps around a standard sterno can that we have here in the US, and you can just continue to use that over again. So that's one of the other things that Kenny sent us for us to play with in the field, and we appreciate that. He also sent us this Opinel knife, which we're going to probably hand down to one of the kids, and hope that they don't go cutting their finger like I did. The last thing that Kenny sent us was these hand warmers. Now, we've seen these hand warmers, similar hand warmers, at the gun shows. Matt, who's behind the camera right now, and I've
got a couple.
We picked them up at the gun shows before. My last set, I have no idea where I left them. But these things are reusable hand warmers. They have this gel in them that's a synthetic.
Bottom of the pack.
So, moving on to what we want to talk about for this little... You were recording, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just making sure I'm not
zoomed
in all tight.
Matt has this problem with hitting the red button. Anyways, moving on. So what we want to talk about now is a product that we actually got from our friends at Battlefield Adventures here in Ventura. If you're a local person, please stop by, see the guys at Battlefield. They're a hilarious group of guys, and very knowledgeable in everything from firearms to camping supplies and survival gear. Josh, John, Mike, all great guys down there. And one of the things that they asked us to field test was a product that they're now carrying, and it's by Camelbak, and it is this Camelbak pump. I'm going to take this thing off the end for a second because it didn't come with it, and I'm going to show you how this little dude is set up. Basically, for those of you who have the new Camelbaks with the quick release bite valve, you can attach this bite valve, or you can attach this to your quick release after you've removed your bite valve, and then you can drop this, see this little strainer in, you drop this with the float into a creek or whatever, and you can pump your water directly into the Camelbak so that you don't have to actually take it off your body to refill it. And one of the cool things about that is we use the Frontier Pro by Aquamira as our primary water filters. These things have a bite valve on them. You can attach them to a bottle. The newer, I have the older version. The newer version comes with the bite valve adapter that can clip directly to your Camelbak. So you can fill your Camelbak with polluted water and then attach this to your bite valve spigot and then suck right through this, and then you're going to filter the water as you're draining it from your Camelbak. But the really cool part about this is that with the newer version like Matt has, you can attach this directly to your Aquamira Frontier Pro, and then you can dump the water directly into your Camelbak, or you can fire it right off into your mouth. One of the things that I found as a drawback to this was this little screen. This is supposed to stop, you know, big stuff from getting into your filter. And so I wanted to go and take it a step further and just kind of filter out a little bit more, because I don't want it going through the pump and then, you know, clogging up my filter. So what I did was I took a simple 35
You're referring to like silt and sand.
Silt, sand. You're not going to be able to filter out the microorganisms like, you know, Giardia and Cryptosporidium.
Well, that's what the Frontier
until you get
for.
to this.
Yeah.
But you want to kind of keep the heavier sediment and stuff from getting to the filter as much as you can. So what I did is I took a simple 35mm film canister, which these are going to become very rare thanks to the digital film industry. So get them while you can. 35mm film canister, packed it full of bio-wadding, and then put a hole in the top of the film canister that this can fit through, so that I could then attach it to the hose, and then attach it to the film canister, which has holes in the bottom of it. And here in a minute we're going to show you how it works. But like I said, with the older version of the Aquamira Frontier Pro, I don't have the bite valve attachment to be able to just quick connect this to my Frontier Pro. So what I did is I took the actual tube that comes with the Aquamira, and this is how it's set up to use it, you know, as a simple drinking straw. I dipped one end in boiling water, and what that did was, once it was warm, I was able to manipulate it, and now I can push that right on there. And what I've got here in a basic $25 hand pump, $20 water filter, and $1 film canister with some bio-wadding is my portable water filtration system. And here in a second we're going to take it down to the creek, and I'm going to show you guys just how well it pumps water. What I'm going to not do, or what I'm not going to do, I really hope my English teacher never watches any of my videos. I'm just saying. What I'm not going to do is I'm not going to attach my Aquamira to the pump right now, because these Aquamiras are only good for, I believe it's rated at like 50 gallons.
I think so.
And no need to waste that on a demonstration. So give us a second. We'll be down at the creek and we'll show you how well this sucker pumps water. Hey guys, Chappie again. Here at the creek, and the water here looks like it's pretty clear and it's flowing freely, but we know what's north of this creek. And we also know that there's this is a lot of rain runoff. There's a lot of different channels that run into this creek, so there's a lot of potential for pollution up north of where we're at. And as you can see on this pump, you've got this little float, so you can just toss this into the water, and I want to try to push that filter down in and get water to pump into it.
Will you start pumping? Will that suck water into the...
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Sink the thing.
And sink it. And then because it's got that biomass in there, it takes a little bit of work, but as you can see, it's coming through nice and good, easy. Anyways, you guys have seen it in action. It will suck through that biomass that we've put in this 35 millimeter canister as a secondary or a primary filter. And then you'll attach this to your Camelbak through the bite valve, and you can filter and pump right into your Camelbak, which in a lot of situations when you're out in the field, this could be a great source or resource for you, because then you don't have to strip down all your gear to refill your Camelbak if you're really on the move, if you're trying to get from point A to point B really quick. And you know, if you're trying to fill a solar shower, or you're trying to put water into something that you want to carry it back to camp and you want to filter it before you leave the creek, go out and see the guys down there at Battlefield Adventures and pick up one of these hand pumps. Like I said, they're only about 30 bucks.
Or other retailer that would carry it.
Yeah,
if you're
or
not
another
local.
retailer, but like we've said in the past, support your local stores before you go to the big chain stores and before you buy something off the internet. Unless you happen to live out in the Ozarks and you can't go to a store, then you're pretty much screwed. But anyways, take care and take care of the wild. Hey guys, just a quick note to the demonstration we just did on the pump. We took the biofilter off, and I say biofilter, it's a 35 millimeter film canister with biomass. It's basically cotton, and you can see that this is where the filter on the pump was actually sucking water through this. And this is the first one. Here comes the second and the third one, and as you can see, the bottom of this one has very little crap on it. This one has a few little things. Then there's a few things on there. But the last one, this one actually caught the sediment that was coming in through this. And this is what I'm talking about. I don't want this stuff getting up into my Aquamira Frontier Pro and clogging up my system and making it useless quicker than it actually needs to be. So when you get this system, if you get it, think about just putting together one of these simple little filters. Cost me about, I'd say about $1 to put this stuff together, and then use it and save your filter and prolong the life of it. Take care and take care of the wild.